Shelly Stratford. All right. A little bit hard to get onto the spinning chairs here, Shelly. So, all right, awesome. So, I guess tell us, how were you introduced to what we do in the Savvy team, and what was going on for you, and is there anything about your the information that you learned up front that was just eye-opening for you?
Yeah. My beginning was my sister knew that I was trying to get rid of my home care toxins out of my home, because that's what I thought, that was toxins. So she knew I was going down that path, so she introduced me to Alice. Okay. So then Alice shared with me about the toxins in personal care. I'm like, wow, okay.
So that was sort of something that you weren't, you were consciously looking for something from a healthcare, not a healthcare, but a home care point of view.
Yeah.
But you hadn't thought about the bathroom stuff. It was you wanted biodegradable, nice products to use in the home.
Cleaned my home with vinegar. And,
okay.
All those little tips that you got from your grandma.
And in comes Alice, to give you a little bit of a niggle with some of the information we share in the Savvy team about detoxifying your bathroom.
Yes. And
so how did that?
Why that was so important to me was because I had dermatitis on my hands, and I had psoriasis in my hair. Right. That bad so that my hair was falling out.
Okay.
So I'd have to pull my hair forward to cover up the patch that was falling out of my hair. And so obviously that was very important to me, was to get rid of those skinny shoes.
Was that one of the reasons you were looking for the home care products? Or
it was
just
part of it. I think that sort of grew more.
Right.
Yeah.
As you became aware of the importance of detoxifying.
Because I used to dye my hair, like most women, when they get to that age, dye hair.
Right.
And I wasn't one that dyed my hair for a long time, so which is quite interesting. I only did it for a short time and not very regular. So I put it down to the build-up of the dyes and the personal care I was using, and my psoriasis was dreadful.
So dermatitis, psoriasis, was there anything else? You were healthy too. So was there anything else going on for you then at the time that you've been able to tackle since? So what else was happening?
I used to sleep in every weekend. My daughter reminded me the other day. She says, Mum, you used to sleep in like 10 o'clock every weekend. And I'd get up feeling still tired.
So why did you feel you needed to sleep in? It was to catch up on sleep because you weren't rested through the week?
I was a mum, 3 children, working. So, I'd sleep in until 10 o'clock.
And you'd still wake up tired?
Still feel tired when I woke up.
All right, And tiredness, that's a common thing. Yeah. I've had a big week.
Oh, yeah.
It's been a big week, and I'm a mum, and I've got a full-time job and all that sort of thing, all those sorts of things. So anything else that we need to know about? Because you were healthy, but psoriasis and eczema and tiredness and
Well, my son
all the normal things.
My son had bronchitis as well. Not too severe, but every year the change of season, he'd get something. So I was wanting to make things healthier for my families as well. My daughter had she had stress issues, so we found out later on that she had can't even think of the name. She had a lot of issues with her stress. Right. So as she got older, she found that it was really hard in life. Yep. She had issues with dealing with different things. So I was really wanting to look at changing our home and making a big issue change to my family life.
So you weren't expecting, and it sounds like that whole detoxifying of the bathroom was an unexpected I guess, discovery. And that's what it is for a lot of people too. When we look at it's not something that we think about, and yet, the World Health Organization has now done that report talking about over 800 endocrine disrupting chemicals. That's without the ones that impact our skin and upset, they can be carcinogenic and all that sort of thing. Yeah. But so that was an eye opener for you. Was there anything else that was helpful initially? Just in what, in the general...
In the overall information that the Savvy team shares, it's just a lot of information people aren't aware of, you know, and I feel that we just need to pay that forward and get that information out there and share it with people. So if they're open, it's great information to help with their health.
So what happened? Tell us what happened, because, you know, is that the same? Is Shelly the same Shelly as she used to be?
No.
All right, so we
Clean hands.
we got beautiful hands that
Nice
no eczema, no dermatitis.
No dermatitis on my hands.
Okay.
What I found with
think about all the people with dermatitis, and let's deal with that. What do you think helped with that? Because some people would say, well, it's because of the cleaning things that you didn't push your hands into anymore. And that might be part of
That's part of it. That is part of it.
But what else?
What I found with my dermatitis was it would come back every now and then, because when I first joined the Sever team, I actually didn't believe, I was a bit skeptical about nutrition.
Right.
So I changed my home care over, my personal care straight away because of my skin, and my dermatitis would come back every now and then. You know, like if I did a lot of housework and that sort of stuff. And it wasn't until I actually started nutrition. Once I added my nutrition, dermatitis never come back.
Really? Okay. So you'd already cleaned up things in terms of getting rid of harmful chemicals. You got rid of the rubbish.
Rubbish out of the house.
Or the ones, or maybe the not so rubbish. Maybe you were trying to use good stuff, but you changed brands. That wasn't the only solution for you. But as soon as you also supplemented, that seemed to be the magic combination for you. And so it was your hands as well as your hair that started to improve?
I get compliments on my hair now.
Okay.
Before even psoriasis, my hair was terrible. It was always oily. It was bad condition and everything. So that was gone too. So it just made my healthy hair. So.
Okay, fantastic. So you mentioned there too, because you started to understand that there are some underlying issues too. So we talk about the two major underlying issues of disease: too much toxicity, not enough nutrition, and that's what made a difference for you up front. But also you started to learn things by the sounds of it, and learn that there can be other issues going on, like an interaction with poor gut health leading to skin problems, because you mentioned that. So it sounds like you also started to tackle things like with the probiotic and all of that. Did you notice changes with that?
Vitamins and all that sort of stuff. And it helped not just in my skin condition. People noticed how healthy I was looking. I can have 7-8 hours sleep and feel, my body's going, wake up.
Okay.
You don't need to sleep anymore.
Time to get up. So what happens on the weekends now?
Oh, I don't sleep until 10 o'clock.
So you're up earlier and you feel more refreshed and everything. Well, what happened? You mentioned your son and your daughter there. Has there anything happened for them in terms of success as well?
My son, with his bronchitis, he's a teenager, so he doesn't take everything his mother tells him to. But the home care, has made a difference with him. He's not had an asthma attack in 6 years.
All right. So what do you think made the difference for him with reducing the asthma attacks?
Powder, I reckon.
Really? So you believe it was the trigger? Like, again, people don't think about it. Yeah. People with skin conditions, asthma, allergies don't think about the residue that's left in soap powder.
Yeah.
And so you noticed the difference for him when there was nothing, because you sleep. It's on you all day. You're all day. You're being exposed to fabric that has this residue in it, and that was enough for your.
Yeah, I reckon that was the main thing for him. Yeah.
Very good, but he also converted the bathroom and all of that sort of stuff.
Well.
Great, and your daughter, any success
with
her?
My daughter, with her, still going on with her, but, because it's a long-term thing, but she takes herbals, the Chinese herbs, and quite a few of the things there, and we just, as she's getting more belief in that, she's adding more, so she's on minerals and vitamins as well now, so so it's getting better all the time.
So gorgeous hair, soft skin, no longer a morning monster. Maybe not. Okay, and family's health improvement and all that sort of thing. So is there anything else that you'd like to share with everybody listening in as far as what you've learned and I don't know, any gems that you'd like to share with them about your whole experience and the whole journey that you've been on?
With my journey with the Savvy team, it's been overall amazing, because it's not just because I come in with just health, wanting to improve all my health issues and that sort of thing, even though I was healthy. But as my journey went on in using the products and that sort of thing, is I started hearing more and more about the Savvy team and what we do in the personal care, the
Personal
development, thank you, and started doing more of the personal development with the Savvy team, and it's just mind-blowing, I believe that I've grown to a better person in my life, not just as doing this business, but also with my job, because I'm a full-time teacher aide, so I have lots of issues with schools and, children, so you have to deal with lots of personalities. So I believe that I deal with those sort of things a lot better, better wife, better mother, you just sort of learn more strategies and helping.
That's what we're talking about when we talk about holistic wellness. It's like emotional, mental, and all that sort of thing. So, all right, thank you very much for sharing some of the tips and tips. So everyone give Shelly a round of applause.